Now it is time to add arm structures to the pillar of your kamayo. Tegatana Seigan describes proper positioning of your arm forms in relation to your body and to the attack line. See how your forearms are the extension of your shoulders, and your hands are extension of your forearms, together forming a functional curve. Relax your shoulders to connect your arm structures to your stance structure in a perfect position of Tegatana Seigan. As we already know, the root of Seigan is the Aikido movements. At any moment, you always stand to gain this ideal position which enables you to perform an Aikido action. Avoid raising your elbows. Such action separates your arm from your body, disabling you to apply the power of your center. The potential movements of Tegatana are executed in the frontal plane of the center as the basic movements of the Aikido. Examine the qualities of your arms depending on the functions they are serving. Your hands can destroy, or your hands can create. We address to both functions in Aikido practice. First, we examine a destructive function serving uke to imitate aggression in Aikido practice. Learn to perform Shomen Uchi, a model of a powerful strike from above, and Yokomen Uchi, a model of a powerful side strike. Always keep your elbows close to your torso to make your strikes realistically powerful with the optimal trajectory. Compose yourself in a whole structure. Clean your fingers together and allow the power to stream from your center through your arm structure to the target. Practice the unbendable arm exercise. Examine the adhesion and expansion qualities of your Tegatana. Uke creates a point of struggle when present onto your arm structure, and our natural reflex is to oppose any influence. But when you examine the creative Tegatana qualities employed in Aikido, you learn to avoid opposition. You learn to initiate the empty arm by addressing to adhesion and expansion. Apply the Tegatana concept when learning to cut the grip when necessary. Usually we learn to use the established grips right away to perform an Aikido technique, but sometimes you need to get rid of the grip first in order to perform an Aiki action. The grip cutting exercise is designed to draw your attention to such a conditioning element to prepare you for the basic techniques practice. Learn to apply your Tegatana together with the whole body structure in order to perform the cutting action. Do not rotate your arm, but rather look for cutting the grip with the rib of your hand. Do not hurry. See how your body rotation accomplishes the cutting action, not just your hand alone. If you think you perform the action with your hand, you probably raise your elbow as a natural reflex. Do not raise your elbow trying to escape the grip. Rather, compose yourself in a holistic body structure, which will be used as leverage in your cutting action. This video is just a summary of the lesson. Look for other, more specific details in the lesson tutorials. Before practicing parallel arm entry movement, examine how you turn to align yourself to the attack line and check your Tegatana Seigan position. At one moment, you are lightheartedly relaxed. At the other, you are perfectly composed into a monolithic structure ready to perform an Aiki action. Parallel arm entry exercise is designed to help you learn to transfer from the front plane of your center to the side plane of the center and further utilize the side plane. Try to make your training partner's forearm an extension of your Tegatana. In your perception, it must be one structure. You move your whole body maintaining your kamayo when you enter. It is fundamentally important to learn these mechanics before practicing Aikido techniques. See how unskillful students on the video are desperately trying to perform the required action. But they are missing one important detail at the moment. Every action addresses to the whole body of uke. It's not just their forearm. We must include the whole body of uke into the system we create in our Aiki action. When entering, you're aiming to catch the whole body of uke, otherwise you will fail. Another universal detail is that you never go straight upwards to unbalance uke. You go horizontal first in order to eventually create a circular movement on the entry. Again, this video is just a lesson summary, addressed to the lesson tutorials for complete details. The wrestling hook exercise. Be attentive, the hook is referred to the bent arm of uke. Tegatana is a controlling instrument which neutralizes the wrestling hook. Tegatana does not wrestle. Adhesion and expansion allow Tegatana to avoid struggle while being absolutely efficient in controlling Uke with its unbendable structure. Obtain your position with the Tegatana in front plane of your center. Stand close and see how your Tegatana prevents Uke from rising. Avoid muscles application, learn to use your body structure and correct positioning. The lesson tutorials contain a complete set of technical details. Use the instructions of the unit to check all the critical points to acquire the skill of Tegatana application. After practicing with the lower hook, switch to the second variation of the wrestling hook exercise. We have the same principles applied here. Learn to use the structure of your arm to deal with the whole body of Uke. Meet resistance. Kamae is always present in the process. Check for the adhesion and expansion. After you have reassured Uke is helpless in their attempts to gain balance, you may lead them down. Just for your consideration, 2 bonus exercises. Empty arm in the side plane of your center. Many people are acquainted with the frontal variation, but I strongly doubt you have ever seen the side variation. It is as valid as the frontal variation. 1 arm for each partner, and here you go. They cannot deal with your unbendable arms. Check your positioning, side plane of your center, adhesion and expansion. Another extra exercise is the heavy structure. Compose yourself and your training partners can raise you. But it can be different with adhesion and expansion. Be inspired and come to practice to rediscover yourself.